Hi Kinders, are you ready to do our December calendar? You're going to need your scissors, glue stick, you can use your Flair pen, a pencil, or a marker. Miss Cito's going to use a marker, and I'm going to choose Christmas colors because I want it to look very festive for the holidays. All right, so let's start with this paper first. What I want you to do, we're going to fold this up and put it over here for a minute, is to trace the words December and then all the numbers to 31. There are 31 days in December. So I already did that, so you don't have to watch me do it. I did Christmas color pattern. So if you want to pause the video right here so that you can do all your calendar numbers, you can, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, you're back. So I guess you're ready. We're going to take the calendar part, the black construction paper. I'm going to open it up. And right here on the bottom part, we are going to glue our numbers on the bottom part so that we have the top part to do our art project. So I am going to get my glue stick, open it up. You have to use your kindergarten muscles to open these glue sticks. And I am going to put glue on the back of my calendar so that I can glue it down. Okay. Put it aside. So I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to glue it to the bottom part, not the top part. I'm not gluing it up here. I'm gluing it to the bottom so that when I hang it up, the numbers will be on the bottom of the calendar. Do you see how I try to leave just a little bit of the black construction paper showing? So you're going to press it down. You can count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right, so my numbers are glued down. I have two pieces of construction paper. I have a green and a brown. We're going to start with the green. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold my paper, my calendar, so that you can see the whole thing on my desk. If I leave it open like this, it's hard for you to see the whole part of the calendar, but we're going to be working right here on the top part of the calendar, not the part where I glued the numbers. All right, so I'm going to fold it over like this, and I'm going to take my green paper. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the ground, and I'm going to need the long. So this way is longer. This way is too short. See, this way it doesn't cover the whole paper. I'm going to have to do it this way. So this is the hamburger way. Hamburgers are long this way. Hot dogs are tall up and down. So I will say the hamburger way. So we're going to hold this paper the hamburger way. And you have a choice. You can draw a line like this. It doesn't have to be a straight line because the ground is never really just straight. Or you can just cut it. So I'm going to cut out my ground, the ground that I want. My Christmas tree, we're going to be making a Christmas tree to stand on because Christmas trees grow from the ground. So I'm going to put glue, maybe 2 rows of glue. And just so you guys know, I'm going to open my paper up so that you can still see where the numbers are. And the ground is just going to be right above the numbers, right here, where the fold is. This is where the fold is. See, that's where my paper folds. I'm gluing the ground right there. So now I have the ground. I'll pull my paper in half. And I have this big leftover sheet of green paper to make my Christmas tree. So you're going to decide, do you want a tall Christmas tree? So you're going to, to make it easier, because Christmas trees are going to be shaped like a triangle, I'm going to use one of the edges as the bottom of the Christmas tree. So let's say you want to do a tall Christmas tree. Can you see my whole paper? Okay. You can do a tall Christmas tree like this. Do you see it's still a triangle because Mrs. Cito used this line? If you want to, you can draw the line, but it's already there. So you can have a tall Christmas tree, or let's say you want a really chubby Christmas tree. You can make it short and like this. Did you see how this is the bottom of the Christmas tree. Can you see the line? That's why I don't like to use pencil. I know it's really hard for you guys to see. Here, let me use my marker and I'll trace the line. So this is my shorter, fat Christmas tree. And then, or do you want a tall Christmas tree? Now realize if you make a skinny, tall Christmas tree, it might stick out over your paper, which is fine. It's up to you what kind of Christmas tree you want. All right, so before we cut, you decide which Christmas tree. I think I like the short and fat one. Nice fat Christmas tree. So now this is my Christmas tree. This is extra paper that you can use to make another project. And this is going to be the trunk, the tree trunk of the Christmas tree. So you can do a skinny tree trunk, like something like this. So I really gave you much too big of a piece of paper. You only need a little for the tree trunk. See, it could be a skinny tree trunk like that. Or if you want to make it a fatter tree trunk, you can too. So now you have a lot of brown and green paper that you can use for another art project. I don't know, I think I like the thicker. What do you think, thicker or thinner? I think the thicker trunk looks better on the Christmas tree. So I think I'm gonna use the thicker one. All right, because the thin one, I don't know, doesn't look as I got a big Christmas tree and I want it to look like a big Christmas tree. So I'm going to glue the trunk first. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna try to glue it underneath the ground because it grows from underneath the ground. Then I'm going to put glue on my Christmas tree. Put enough so that when you hang it on the wall, I'm done with my glue stick. Make sure you put the cap on and listen for the click. Put enough glue so that when you hang it on the wall, it doesn't fall off. Oh no, look, I made a mistake. Let's see if I can find another piece because I was drawing on this. Here, I'll cut a different one. Here we go. This one I didn't draw on. Let's put, is it okay to make mistakes? Sure it is. I remember the first time I did this art project, I made so many mistakes that I had to do a really small, skinny Christmas tree. But it's still a Christmas tree and I was happy. So we're gonna put the Christmas tree on the paper. If the point sticks out over, that's okay. Some Christmas trees are really long, and really tall. All right, so here is my Christmas tree, and we're going to make it snow. To make snow, you need either white paint, if you have white paint, or a white crayon. I pulled out my white crayon already. And what you're gonna do is you're going to draw snowflakes. So you can do like snowballs like this. I think first I'm gonna do some clouds in the sky because it only snows when there's a lot of clouds. And I wanna make my clouds really skinny and long like this. You can do yours fluffy. Clouds come in all kinds of shapes. So you can make snowballs. I'm even gonna put some snow on the ground because when it snows, the ground is covered with snow. So I'm gonna color with my white crayon and make it look like it's snowing. So I did a snowball here, but if you want to, you can do snowflakes too, or you can do both. You can do some snowflakes and some snowballs. Look how pretty that looks. And you can even put it on the Christmas tree because when it snows on the Christmas tree too. Now, if you have white paint, you can use white paint. I haven't used this white paint for a long time, but I like this one because it's shaped like a pencil. Let me see if it's working. Oh, there it goes. So you can do, I'm gonna do some snowballs. And maybe a couple of snowflakes. And I think I'm gonna trace my clouds so that they're darker. So whether you have white paint or white crayons, make it snow because Christmas and the December and the winter holidays, it's about snow. So even though it doesn't snow in California, well, really rarely snows in California, it doesn't mean that our Christmas tree calendar can't be covered in snowflakes and snowballs. So have fun with this project. I am so excited. I can't wait to see what your Christmas tree looks like on Flipgrid. All right, there is my winter Christmas tree scene for my calendar. And when it's done, it looks like this. Bye, Kinders.